everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. When you let your nuts hang.
Y'all tell me why. Listen, when they say the weird stories, my story is so weird. Tell me why I swallowed my AirPod. Like literally swallowed it in my sleep. And when I realized what I did, I panicked a little bit. Came to the ED and had to explain why my big 40-year-old behind is in here for swallowing an AirPod. And the crazy thing about it is, when I put my phone in my stomach, it keep connecting. I can't make this up. A whole nurse and I swallowed my AirPods, y'all.
Swallowing an AirPod is not only crazy, but what is it doing in your mouth, sister? Like, what the...
Okay, so story time on how I swallowed my AirPod. And no, I wasn't on no weird kinky stuff, no. But I have a habit of sleeping with my AirPod in my ear, and I had already taken some medication for my cough and congestion before I went to bed. So I guess I must have put my AirPod on a nightstand, but nevertheless, I was dreaming, because I'm such a dedicated nurse, but I was dreaming that I was educating my patient on taking a medication, and he had some anxiety on it, and I was mimicking basically in my dream of taking the medication, which was really my AirPod. I even took a sip of my drink that was on the nightstand and everything, and it was when I went to swallow it and I could feel it somewhat getting stuck that I knew that I was about to go see the Lord. I just knew that the Lord about to call me home. So I get up, and my first thought is to try to throw it up, which of course no. But listen, I'm panicking.
Her wearing the AirPod while telling this story should be traumatizing enough.
Okay, so I'm in the bathroom, fingers down my throat. I'm like, I gotta get this AirPod up, Lord, I'm about to die. Like literally, I am like panicking, and nothing is really coming up. So I hop up. I'm at my mom's house because it's my last day of work on this current assignment that I was on. So I run into her room with my hand around my throat, like, Mom, like I'm about to go to the ER, like I'm calling her. First of all, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, so literally I started her. I don't even know she had her glasses on, baby, because the way she was fumbling around in that bed. And I'm telling her that I got to go to the ER, and she's like, why? And I said, because I swallowed my AirPod. And she was like, how the hell you swallow your AirPod? And I'm like, Mom, I was dreaming. Like, that's how. So I'm scrambling to try to find some clothes to put on. I'm also keeping track of time because I had to be at work in a couple of hours. So I throw on some clothes. I'm speeding down the road trying to get to the ER. And I call one of my good nurse friends who works on the unit, and he's also a past ER nurse. And when he saw my name come across the phone, he's like, Britt, what the hell you doing up at 2-something in the morning? And he knew I had to come to work the next morning. And I was like, listen, such and such, like I literally swallowed my AirPod. He was like, you did what? I'm like, I swallowed my AirPod, so what do I need to do? So he was like, first off, we need to call poison control. Okay, so at this point I done pulled over on the side of the road. He was like, are you okay? Like, are you like short of breath or anything? I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't know. I can kind of feel it right here in my throat, but I don't know if that's it. Like, so I'm panicking just a little bit. Well, a lot of bit. I'm thinking that I'm about to die. So I hang up with him. I call poison control. So the lady, first of all, it took forever and a day for them to pick up the phone. Like, oh my God, I'm calling because I feel like I'm about to die and I'm poisoned. Like, I need to know. So she finally picks up the phone. Georgia, poison control. Ma'am, I just swallowed my AirPod. What do I need to do? I'm on the side of the road. She was like, are you in any type of distress? No. What? How did you? I don't have time to explain. Just know I don't swallow this AirPod. Do I need to go on to the ER? Do I need to what I need to do? So she said, what type of AirPod is it? I'm like, I don't know, Pro. I don't know. It's just an AirPod. So she's trying to get me to describe what it is, and I'm kind of getting a little irritated with her. And she, you know, she places me on a hold, and then she comes back. She's like, "Yeah, based on the information that you gave, you need to go to the ED." Click. I ain't hearing nothing else. So I'm headed to the ER. Right, get to the ER, walk in. I'm scoping out the waiting room because I'm trying to see how many people are in there. Is anybody in there that look they're gonna be in front of me? Because baby, I had already Googled that I had like 2 hours before I started getting a burn in my esophagus or my stomach. So the time I've been inside, honey. Okay, so I check in. I go to the front desk. The girl's like, "Hey, how can I help you?" I'm embarrassed. I said, "Hey, yeah, I swallowed my AirPod." "You swallowed your AirPod?" Don't worry about it. Just tell the whole waiting room. So she leaned over and tell the other girl next to her that I swallowed my AirPod. So she was like, "What? She swallowed the AirPod?" So they switch. The other girl, you know, checks me in. And I was like, "You know, what's the wait time?" I was like, because number one, I swallowed this AirPod around the 2 o'clock hour. I'm on a timer with these possible burns. I don't know where it is. And then second of all, I got to be to work at 6:45 upstairs. So do you know? Oh, we don't give out time. Okay, fine. Put my armband on. They called me to the back a couple of minutes later, and the triage nurse is like, "Hey, I'm X, Y, and Z. I'm your triage nurse. So you swallowed your AirPod?" "Yes, I swallowed my AirPod." I said, "I was having a dream. I was educating my patient on taking his medication, and I swallowed my AirPod." He was like, "Wow, I've never had that happen. Of all the years I've been working in the ED, I've never had somebody come in here and say they done swallowed their AirPod. I guess it's the first time for everything, ain't it?" "Bro, do you want to get my blood pressure weak? Because times are the essence." Okay. So after that, he was like, "Do me a quick favor. Go to your Find My." "Why?" He was like, better yet, you got Apple Music?" "Yep." He was like, "Play a song. Let's see if we can hear it." Y'all, by this time I was so frustrated because I'm embarrassed for one. I done swallowed my AirPod for two. This is like my 6th pair that I've had to replace for various reasons. And then I want to finish out my last day of my assignment. And you asked me to play a song. But I did. So I picked me Jeezy. I picked me a little Jeezy song. Couldn't hear it. Whatever. So he was like, "Well, I don't know. Maybe it's you know, a little bit higher up." Well, I'm not finna run my phone up and down, you know, to see. So he was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna let you go back out to the lobby. It'll be a couple of minutes." So they called me back. They placed me in a room. Nurse practitioner comes in. I explain this whole scenario again to her. 2 other people are standing at the door because they're saying they heard it was a nurse in here that swallowed their AirPods. So I already know they talking about me over there. But whatever. If y'all can help me, y'all can help me. So she was like, "Yeah, we're going to do a x-ray on you to see where it is. So that'll be a couple of minutes. You know, just sit tight." I say, "Cool." So I'm scrolling on my phone, waiting for them to come and do the x-ray. And I got my phone like right here. And it's connected. I say, "Oh, it's in my stomach. Now I can go home." I really was about to go home to get that ER bill. But you know what? I'm already there. Got to see it through the end. X-ray tech come in with 3 people with him. So that's 4. Plus me is 5. To come see where it is. I said, "Well, I'm pretty sure it's in my stomach because I felt it. Or it connected to my phone a couple of minutes ago." He was like, "Oh, well, you know, we'll see. You know, we're not professionals. But, bro, you know if it's an AirPod in there when you done scared me. Like, you should know." Okay, so a couple minutes passed. And they really did a great job in the ED. I was really surprised. She came and she was like, "Yep, it's in your stomach." Okay, so what we gonna do? She was like, "Just go home and wait for it to come out. Or go to work." So, got my paperwork. And I just waited. And Airpodamus right ear Stokes was born this morning at 9:07 a.m. So that's how I swallowed my AirPod, for those of you that wants to know. And this AirPod is in my ear, okay? Where it's gonna stay. And the other AirPod, it works. Believe it or not, but guess what? It's going in the trash. You welcome.
She kept the AirPod. Hey. I think it was like, so the lady on the phone was like, so what series is this AirPod? Is it a Pro? Is it a Gen 1, Gen 2 Pro series? What is it, the Beats? Like, is it the big AirPods? Looking at us. Like, how big is this AirPod so we can know? She said, did the AirPod have a flavor? Okay. Okay, this was actually a PSA. If you didn't know, this is actually a PSA of how hard nurses work. They be working nurses to death. Okay, you work so much that you swallow your AirPod because you over here mimicking, uh, teaching a patient how to take their medicine. And you swallow, like, out of everything you could have grabbed on your dresser, you grabbed the AirPod. Now I want to move my AirPods away from my dresser, for, like, away from me, okay? And I keep my AirPods, like, I got this thing. It's a what's it called? A wireless charger. It could charge my AirPods, my watch, and my phone. And I got two phones. Don't ask why I got two phones, but I got two phones. And I got my iPhone 17 coming today. But it's snowing outside, so I don't think I'm going to get it. Which is crazy. So I'm going to show y'all. I'll show y'all what the snow look like in that mud. But anyway, the snow. That's out my front door. Just snow all over. You know what I'm saying? So we stuck, pretty much. Stuck in the house. All right. So I ain't getting my phone today. But at least I got my AirPods. So the AirPod then passed through her bowels, and she said Erpotamus Devontae Jones was born at, I don't know what time she said this morning. I was laughing, but the funniest part was when he said, "Can you play a song so we can hear it?" Like, nigga, if you don't stop playing with me. I knew it was coming. Hey, that's the nurse that played too much, and you know he had to be a queen too, or he could have been just a fool. Because what? That nigga said, play some Glorilla, looking ass. Play some Glorilla so we can get crunk in here to listen to your stomach like we listening to a baby heartbeat. Okay?
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.